Hey, True Believers, Englentine here. This is a part of the open mic memorial that I had. Anybody could come on and tell their stories, tell their memories, maybe give us what their favorite Stan Lee character was or their favorite Stan Lee cameo. We cried, we laughed, and at the end I thought we need to have a little bit of fun. We need to remember that Stan Lee made us smile and made us happy, and Stan the Man was in fact a man. And for all the great he did, he made some mistakes as well. And we just was entertained. We had a lot of fun going through these. There's some crazy things here. And it was just so much fun to end with this kind of memory, just to say, you know what, he was awesome in every way, shape, or form. Even when things didn't go particularly his way, he was just awesome. So I hope you enjoy this as much as we did. It's a lot of fun, even if it is an old article.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I'll go on record saying I'm not a big fan of this website.
CBR. Oh, nobody is. Nobody is.
Nobody actually likes CBR.
Show me and I'll show you. I don't know. I'll show you a white tiger.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. But they made this list. I figure, what the heck? Let's go through this, because this is the fun stuff. I mean, obviously, you know, everybody does weird things, because he had a lot of weird things happen to him in the last year and a half. But let's talk about the weird things he's done. Like number 15.
Okay, before you go to that, look at the way they have it, the picture where his hand is.
I got to go up again.
Look at the picture. His hand is right on.
Oh, I see. That is really, yeah, I don't know if they planned it, but you're right.
That is so bad.
That is really, I kind of think it's cool. For this, it's actually cool. For the 15 WTF moments, you see his hand is kind of on Stripperella's boob.
It's probably the other way around. His hand there, and she went to his hand.
Yeah,
so,
he just, she walked up and put it on there. We're going to go through this, and then I'll just separate and I'll put it out as a video like I sometimes do here. So number 15, the Princess Diaries 2 cameo. It says Stan Lee has become a veritable Where's Waldo of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, popping up in every MCU, even making his way to space in Guardians of the Galaxy, but making a blink and you'll miss it cameo in the largely forgotten 2004 Disney flick, The Princess Diaries 2 Royal Engagement. Lee plays wedding guest, sharing a scene with the iconic Julie Andrews, never one to miss an opportunity to yuck it up for the camera. Lee hits on Andrews by doing his best impression of the Three Stooges whoop, whoop, whoop noises. Sure, it's a swing and a miss, but even in his golden years, Stan knows the true way to a woman's heart is via Zoidberg noises. All righty. Number 14. Oh, yeah. Okay. He got into some trouble. Man may have invented the likes of Spider-Man and Iron Man, but still Stan Lee puts his chest high slacks on one leg at a time. Come on. He is only human after all, and as a human, he makes mistakes. Turns out he made one very big mistake, lending his name to a company that embezzled millions from their investors. And after Lee parted ways with Marvel in the late 90s, he would go on to team with the entrepreneur Peter Paul, with the duo founding Stan Lee Media. Lee saw the company as a way to release whatever he wanted without fear of editorial oversight, and Paul embezzled investments. Dang. But there was a lawsuit that proved Stan's innocence in it. So he didn't, and that's why they said it. He didn't do it, but the company did.
Mm-hmm.
Still,
yeah.
Either way, they did that.
Schwarzenegger, the superhero. Alrighty. Schwarzenegger became the governor of California. He was given a tongue-in-cheek nickname, the Governator, which ended up sticking. But if failed cartoon cooked up by Arnie and Lee is to be believed, the Governator isn't just a silly nickname. It's Schwarzenegger's superhero alter ego and one-off pilot produced to drum up interest. Schwarzenegger leaves office. Okay, so this is an older one. But so there was actually a cartoon of Arnold drawn up as the Governator. Number 12, the Playboy fantasy sex comic.
There it is.
What?
You know?
What?
Stanley is responsible for giving the world some of the comicdom's most iconic characters. Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Black Panther, the list goes on. But during his rise to stardom in the 70s, Lee almost pursued a less family-friendly line of characters. According to legendary comic artist John Romita, the artist was approached by Lee about a potential huge opportunity to drawing a comic for Hugh Hefner's Playboy. Lee was apparently keen to bring his talents to the nudie mag, pitching a magazine on Lee penned ongoing sex-themed fantasy comic. Characters would have groan-inducing names like Lord Peckerton, and Lee promised a faithful balance between epic stories and occasional boning. Romito gave the project a hard pass. The idea fell through, leading Lee sticking with Mighty Marvel. Perhaps Stan Lee will one day revisit all. The High Priestess. Oh, I want to read this comic, Lee. Why did you?
I wonder if it would have included a Fantastic Foursome.
Oh, you are such a dad. You are not.
Hold on. Can I make a
Go
call?
to the naughty corner for that one.
Hold on. Can I make a call? Any of the artists and writers.
Dude, you just zonked out.
Any writers and artists in the community, please make this a thing.
Now, this is, yeah, that would be nice. This is actually something that Robert brought up earlier today as one of his favorite Stan Lee memories.
I would have read that.
I read this too. I read this.
Yeah, it was kind of convoluted though. It was nice, but it was a bit convoluted.
Yeah, so I'm going to skip over this one because Robert talked about it earlier, but Stan Lee did go over to DC and he reimagined the DC universe. He didn't write Batman stories. He reimagined Batman, the Flash, and so forth. So if you can find them, and if I'm not mistaken, they are collected in trade paperback.
Yeah, that's how I read them.
Yeah.
As well.
So yeah, I'm going to cruise on past this one and go to number 10. Fought Steve Ditko over Spider-Man. Comics are a collaborative effort. It takes a writer to craft the story, but the artist brings the whole thing to life. So when a new character is created, who should get credit? Should it be the writer for thinking up the idea? Should it be the artist for creating what the character looks like? Should it be both? In a surprisingly candid 2007 interview, Lee definitely didn't think it was the latter. Speaking with Jonathan Ross, Lee stated that he believed it was he, not artist Steve Ditko, that created Spider-Man with the camera rolling. Lee said, "I really think the guy who dreams the whole thing up created it." Ross countered with, "If it had been drawn differently, it might not have been successful," to which Lee quipped, "Then I would have created something that didn't succeed." Slap! Wow, that's a good line.
Well,
Lee claims he and Ditko have since mended their rocky relationship, but the notorious elusive Ditko has not confirmed Lee's claim.
In fairness to Lee, he fought to hell over Spidey, but he gave Ditko credit where it was due for Strange. So I think it was a pretty fair trade.
Didn't Lee initially ask Kirby to do it?
Yeah,
which
actually states that it was created before Ditko came on, and Kirby has said that he was asked to draw it, but then it went to get Ditko.
Yeah, that's why I haven't been bringing up Strange very much in this live stream, because I consider it Ditko's baby, not.
Well, by the way, you are given the best Dalton joke ever for the Fantastic Foursome by Eric Breen. Yeah. All righty, moving on. Number 9, those NHL Heroes. Creating one memorable superhero card, creating 30 memorable superheroes is monumental, but that didn't start Stan Lee-led coalition of writers from tackling this task by creating 30 superheroes, one for every NHL team. And while the group definitely made some memorable characters, they definitely aren't memorable in a way they were probably hoping. Toronto Maple Leafs. There's no such thing as Canada. In Lee's narrated videos, hockey fans were introduced to the Guardian Project, a super team made up by the likes of the Wild and a wind-controlling werewolf, Sunglasses the Duck, a surfing spear-wielding man in a duck mask, and the Panther, legit just Black Panther in a cape. Well, Black Panther was Black Panther in a cape in this first issue.
Yeah.
Lee reported that a movie starring the characters was in the works, and I'm sure we've seen it already, with the hockey-branded heroes clashing with the devilish Devin Dark, but plans stalled, and the project eventually dropped from the face of the earth. That's why we didn't see the movie. All righty.
Website would drop from the face of the earth.
Yeah. 8, Musk of the Man. Oh my gosh, he had...
I need this right now.
I have one.
Okay, I feel like I've heard about this.
With a bottle adorned with Stan Lee's signature, aviators, and bushy mustache. The only mustache that could kick Burt Reynolds' mustache's ass. Stan Lee's signature cologne offers fans the opportunity to smell like a 91-year-old man. While you might think the scent would feature hints of long boxes filled with musty comics or perhaps even a touch of leather-bound graphic novel, the cologne claims to feature bergamot, ginger, white pepper, basil, violet, cedar, velvet, musk. Lee touted that the cologne would allow fans to smell like their favorite superhero, but this odd tie-in didn't exactly leave fans shouting Excelsior. Dude, that's a Dalton joke. And his high court bound scream, number 7.
That pun really stunk. But
this whole thing is like, man, who wrote this?
It's funny. I'm enjoying this, man. Leave it alone here. Let's see. In 2015, a former assistant of Lee's slam comic creator with a lawsuit alleging that Lee and his family regularly verbally abused him. You know, I'm gonna move past this because we know actually what happened here. That it was actually the assistant. Yeah. Number 6, Backstreet back in tights. The Backstreet Boys are many things, world-famous pop stars, Grammy Award nominees, but definitely not superheroes. Stan Lee apparently did not get this memo as he opted to team with the beloved boy band to turn Nick Carter and the gang into globe-trotting guardians. In the Backstreet Project, the Backstreet Boys are tasked with protecting 5 ancient mystical amulets. Unfortunately, a beautiful falsetto and chiseled good looks aren't enough to protect these highly sought-after relics. So the boys are all given superpowers. Nick becomes Ninja Man, Kevin becomes Power Lord, and the rest of the group are assigned equally eye-rolling code names and powers. Forming the supergroup known as the Cyber Crusaders, they travel exclusively via motorcycle. The short-lived Flash cartoon was mercifully forgotten as fans didn't want it that way. So it exists?
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. They actually had toys, too.
Yeah.
And I had them as a kid.
Guys, quick confession. I was bumping Backstreet in like 3rd, 4th grade.
I hope you mean bumping like enjoying.
But yeah,
not like
the song.
Going to show up in a kitchen kind of way. Okay, that's good. Good clarification there, my friend.
sorry. Bumping means it's just bumping is for those of you that don't know. When we say I was bumping a certain artist, it means listening to their music.
Yeah, in old white man speak, it means doing. So yeah.
Okay.
Different slang, different times, my friend.
No, it's a generation gap there. It's all right. It's all right.
I had 3 older sisters. So, I was forced to listen to the Backstreet Boys regardless of what I actually wanted.
I understand that. I'm listening to Korean music. I can't understand. Number 5, Who Wants to Be a Superhero? Did anybody watch this?
I like that.
Yes, I watched this show.
We never get any.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it before.
They had 2 seasons of it.
Yeah, me neither. I never watched this.
I've never seen it.
It was on Sci-Fi. It was one of the few good sci-fi shows.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do we have? Dalton is on mystical roll. Those names are worse than Jawbreakers. Oh, that's a good one. Amazing shit, Lord. Let's see. You know what I like? DNC loves the piss being taken out of him. He really is. He really is a good guy. I wish you luck, Rich. I really do. I wish you luck, man. Fat Panther, take Mags, give Stan. Come on, man, keep it positive here. We're not doing drama, Fat Panther. So I'm gonna have to ask you to either keep it out of the chat or have a good day. Okay, come back to us on another one.
Kill the drama. Fat Panther
Yeah.
killed Madonna.
Yeah, okay, I'll give him a chance. I'll give him a chance. I was gonna go bump him, but I'm gonna give him. No, I meant I was gonna get him off the channel. Heard it? Okay, never mind. I'll let it go. All right. Ulysses is saying bumping equals humping, and there we go. Yeah, once again, we are not doing drama today. Drama is out the window. All right. Who wants to be a superhero? Regular schlub slipping into spandex bodysuits and pretending to be superheroes competing in themed challenges, lorded over by Stan Lee. Okay, I'm gonna. So number 4 is killed himself via manga. Seriously, any of you manga fans remember this?
What?
Yes.
Stan Lee has never shied away from breaking the fourth wall. Lee popped up in Marvel Comics universe multiple times, rubbing shoulders with the likes of Doctor Strange and Fantastic Four. But in these appearances, Lee definitely didn't disembowel himself in a ritualistic samurai suicide. The same cannot be said of Lee's appearance in the manga Ultimo. Between Lee and Shaman King creator Hiroyo Takei. Ultimo.
Takei.
Thank you, sir. Say it again.
Hiroyuki Takei.
All righty. A brilliant scientist who looks exactly like Stan Lee, naturally, who creates robots based on pure good and pure evil and sends them back in time to feudal Japan to duke it out with other robots based on various sins and virtues.
Why not?
Probably doom the planet to a never-ending robo-war. Anime Stan Lee opts to commit honorable suicide via seppuku. Not many comic creators can claim to have killed themselves in one of their creations, but Lee can join this illustrious and probably very small club. That is really cool. I want to read this now. All righty.
I guess got tired of waiting.
We've got a
first.
Ulysses is saying, I actually read that manga. Wasn't that bad as it looks. Okay. That's pretty cool.
Didn't you help create a couple of mangas? One was called, or an anime called Hero Man about a robot?
No, the manga was Hero Man. The anime was called The Reflection.
Okay, it was just like, okay, because I remember watching that. And apparently, and then there was a bunch of anime X-Men cartoons with Scott's power of screaming Gene that went for a while.
That actually makes me think.
How
many this makes me think, how many foreign artists and creators did Stan Lee inspire? Because this comic reached around the world.
Yeah, around the world. Yeah. Yep.
Tell us.
Yeah. Moving on here, we got number 3, Doom. Yeah, Droom. Oh my gosh, that is so bad. No, that wasn't a typo. We aren't talking about Dr. Doom here. No, we're here to discuss what just might be the most racist superhero of all time, Dr. Droom, and he was created by the one and only Stan Lee. First appearance in Amazing Adventures #1, Dr. Droom's origin follows an American doctor that travels to the Orient to care for a dying Buddhist Lama. Upon arriving and passing several tests, the Lama reveals that the doctor has been selected to combat the evil mystical forces of the world. While this means gaining sweet magical powers, it sounds very familiar. It also inexplicably means turning the Dr. Asian Dr. Droom transforms into an ugly Chinese stereotype, delivering his monologue about his eyes becoming slanted and the sprouting of a Fu Manchu while his skin becomes banana yellow. The story laid the groundwork for the psychedelic Doctor Strange, but this racist caricature is best left forgotten. My God, I need to get my hands on an Amazing Adventure #1. I got to.
I'll chalk that up. I'll chalk that up to experimenting. He was experimenting with.
This is what happens when you remove.
Read that. By the way, while this means gaining sweet magical powers, it also inexplicably means turning the Doctor Asian. Dr. Droom transforms into an ugly Chinese stereotype, delivering a monologue about his eyes becoming slanted. That means it's like, oh my gosh, I'm getting slants. And the sprouting of a Fu Manchu. Well, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm not giving that you can hardly give a pass except for
I tried, man. I tried.
Just a minute.
Good try.
Fu Manchu.
They need to bring this character back as a Doctor Strange villain. Is what they need to do.
Yeah, it's right. You're right. The world was a bit crazier back then. So number 2 is Nightcat, and who also happens to fight crime is nothing new in comics. Hell, Dazzler's been running with the X-Men since the 70s. Not true. She was in the X-Men in the 70s, but she wasn't running with them until, what was it, the late 80s, I want to say? Maybe mid-80s, I think. But I just actually, basically. But the concept of pop star turned crime fighter has never been done as head-scratchingly poor as the Stan Lee concocted Nightcat. Based on a real-life singer, Jacqueline Tavares, Nightcat was pitched by Lee as a street-smart, tough-as-nails hero with a golden voice, which we would never be able to hear because, of course, comics. With her cat-like agility and honed martial arts skills, Nightcat split her time between battling ninjas and recording smash hit singles. Also, she drives a car dubbed the Cat-a-lack. Dalton, did you write this?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Is this
I think that rendered me catatonic. That I'm seeing.
Obviously, to promote the comic, Marvel had Tavares record a song as Nightcat, packaging the single with the first issue of the series. The song number 1, House Rule, flopped, and Marvel realized they had a stinker on their hands. Tavares was fired, Nightcat was all but forgotten, and Lee would move on to a new hero that happened to dress like a stripper. Number 1. Gee, what is it going to be, guys? I am on pins and needles. Number 1 is superhero stripper. If there's one thing Stan Lee knows, it's creating classic superheroes. So when Spike TV announced that Lee would be bringing his hero creating skills to its late night animation block in the early 2000s, fans' minds ran wild with all the possibilities. Whatever these fans imagined, Stripperella probably wasn't it. Following the exploits of the titular superhero, the alter ego of Pamela Anderson voiced Stripperella, Erotica Jones. Stripperella featured daring do and pole dancing in equal measure. To make this whole regrettable endeavor worse, Lee would later be taken to court by a stripper named Jazz, who claimed Lee stole the idea for the show from Jazz, who discussed the concept with Lee while he received a lap dance. Oh, it gets better. So not only did fans have to endure this terrible show, but they now have to deal with the mystical image of Lee getting a lap dance. Thanks a lot, Stripperella.
I blame CBR for my mental image.
Yes, thank you very much. My goodness gracious, that's a lot of fun, you know. That he's a guy. He's a human. He did some good.
That's why I didn't see it as so far-fetched when Stan Lee did that cameo for Deadpool, the very first Deadpool movie, which is my favorite one, by the way. That's non MCU, but yeah, that's like my favorite cameo outside
the original Deadpool cameo.
I like when Ryan Reynolds goes, "Shut up, Stanley."
It gives a whole new meaning to the term comics strips.
You are bad. That was uncalled for.
Now,
yes,
you know.
I actually remember those being mentioned in the bullpen. They mentioned both those last 2 books. I remember actually reading about them.
Don't get catty, Dalton, is what Ulysses Houghton's saying. Chatty catty. And it's funny.
Hey.
Ulysses Houghton is saying it wasn't a terrible show. Damn haters. An amazing shitlord saying broken hip by lap dance. And
I might go back and watch some episodes if I can find them.
I think I've never seen it, so I would give it a shot. I would. Yeah. There you go.
We have I
I think that's pretty good, man. I mean, we laughed a little, we cried a little tonight, man.
Cringed a lot.
Mostly as a result of my jokes, but hey, I had to forego mentioning Dr. Strange for most of the live stream. Give me something here.
We cringed quite a bit. I'm going to actually thank Fat Panther. He's one of the trolls on Twitter who goes after the SJW types, and I'm sure he fought every urge because I said please don't to just continue, and I appreciate the fact that you didn't, Fat Panther. Thank you.
But he did smack some of the not so nice people on Twitter that were disgracing Stan today.
Yes, he did. He did stand up. You got to give props. The reason why I wanted to end with this, by the way, is because I knew it was going to be emotional. Because guys, I cried, and Mr. E2099 just broke everyone down. So I went
down the house, Mr. E.
You did. You really did. And once again, I give you permission to break it up and put it on your channel, dude. You deserve it. You really do.
I gotta say, talking to you guys has made me feel a lot better.
Yeah, and when he does, please share the heck out of it so a lot of people hear it and a lot of people sub to his channel. And if you haven't done it already, go on over and do that as well. This has been a lot of fun. Yeah, guys, thank you very much for your memories. Thank you very much for participating in the question answering, the whole 9 yards. Everybody who gave a super chat, obviously, thank you very much to you. Everybody who came in and told their stories. Everybody did a great job. I know we keep saying Mr. E because, dude, yeah, but I think everybody had a great story to tell. And like I always say, guys, thank you very, very much for watching, and have a good night. And go on over to WEP. Keep it going. Let's keep this party going and hear what he has to say. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.